What's up, YouTube? Dedra here, bringing the video today. Today I want to talk about Gnomaterial. So, you guys see it's a gnome. Nice pun, right? Alright, besides that, getting away from the artwork, let's get into the actual card and read what it does. If your opponent special summons a monster while you control no cards, you can discard this card, then target one face-up monster your opponent controls this turn. That monster cannot be tributed or used as a material for a fusion, a synchro, XYZ, or a link summon. So basically, it's not going anywhere. My actual thoughts. When I first read this card, I thought, my god, it's the new Maxi, it's what we needed, but upon really thinking about it, I feel like this card is actually very underwhelming. I feel like it could just do a lot more. I feel like it's not going to do enough. It's not going to be as effective as like Maxi would be in the format. I do think I'm an advocate for bringing back Maxi because I do think that it would help solve a lot of things in the format. While creating little problems like people may think, but you know, that's just my opinion. I feel free to argue with me on that one, because there's arguments for both ways, but we're not going to talk about Maxi right now. Now, the problem with this card is the fact that you have to control no cards. I feel like a clause like if you control less cards than your opponent, I think that would have made this like way better. But the fact that you have to control absolutely nothing means it's only really good going second and only really good turn like the first time. Like if you once you start playing, this card is dead. It is not good late game. It's not good mid game because you're probably gonna have at least one card on the field. Or if you don't, then you're probably top decking and this is your only card in hand. It might save you a turn, but it's not really going to bring you back into the game necessarily. Now you can make this argument, well, evenly matched is only really good going second too. Yes, that is true, but evenly matched completely nags your opponent. It makes them get rid of many cards, where this doesn't really get rid of anything. It just stops them from playing for a turn, where they're still gonna have access to the other cards they had. You might be able to attack over the monster and get rid of it, but they're still gonna have all the cards they had in hand. They're still gonna have everything they wanted to do. So it's not really effectively doing too much besides stopping their turn, which is arguably good, but only if you're going to be really OTKing in response. I don't think it's something like super good in Sky Striker because, well, you're not going to OTK them. You're not going to really do too much. I feel like there's just so much better options in that deck, but it's definitely an okay thing if you're playing a going second OTK deck. Sure, do this. You're going to stop their board and then you're going to get to play. Like, cool, I guess, right? But I just feel like this card is so underwhelming and not as good. Now, do I think it can be good in the future? 100%. I think this card has some potential to be good, but it's just really format dependent, and that's because imagine something like Zoo format. If we had this, it would completely change that format up, because you drop this and they can't make an XYZ with that monster. Well, hey, they are getting screwed. Like, they're gonna get OTK'd. It would become very sacky. It's just pretty much another Max C dependent on that format. It's super good. Though Max C is obviously better because you get the plus off of it and whatnot. But yeah, I feel like this card isn't as good as some people think it is. I think it could be good in the future. I think it's gonna be expensive when it drops, but I think it's gonna go down when people aren't really saying, well, it's not a format necessary card. It's just not that great right now, but I definitely think it's just worth picking up for the future, worth getting now, because like if a format comes out and it's tier 0 format and you're getting OTK to super combo heavy tier 0 format, this card will make a big difference in that format. But I feel like in the current format we have, where we have stuff like Altergeist, Sky Striker, Guru, even though those aren't all the best decks, I know two of the decks I just stated right there aren't that great. I feel like with these control decks in the format, this just isn't that great. And I also feel like if you're choosing to go second, it's just like, then you're maining this card and it's just like could be dead in a lot of ways. Ray easily gets around this card. It stops him from making a shiz and striker, but okay, it's really just good against Salmon Great, maybe decent against Thunder Dragon, but I think Thunder Dragon can play around this decently easily. So I feel like it's just right now isn't going to change the meta up too much, but in the future it could be really, really good. So I definitely think it's something to pick up, hold on to. If you pull one from cheap packs, keep it or sell it right away. But don't, once it starts to drop, do not get rid of it. Once it starts to drop, you know, keep it safe, keep it handy, and just keep it ready for when we all know another tier 0 format is gonna come along and gonna be nuts. So might as well just keep it for then. Anyway, guys, that's all I really have to say. I talked about this card for like 5 minutes. There's not really too much else to say besides, hey, it looks cool, it's funny, awesome. Anyway, we'll talk to you guys later. See ya.